What are you talking about?
The radio host was going on this rant and covering news topics. By this point, most people were losing their power and probably didn't have television. So he was covering the most that he could. But before everything cut out, he mentioned that there would be alliances formed, prison breaks, alarmists. Just the whole world going to hell in a handbag, really. Remember that serial killer that was all over the news for a while before all this hit?
A little. I don't really watch the news, but I remember hearing.
People were going missing, and one person said they saw a guy, and I remember the description the host gave. Dusty fits the bill.
Shit. Okay, so what now? You realize Roxy is with them right now?
Okay, we're gonna have to play it cool for now. If the other two are with him, then this could be a long night. Just keep calm and be ready.
I swear, man, none of this has been making sense. Before those three came along, I was holed up in my apartment, alone. I felt like I was starting to lose my mind.
Yeah, sorry I didn't call or anything, bro. My phone's been busted, and I just got another one today.
It's all good, bro. We're all safe, so I'll take it. Got a voicemail from Stacy.
No way.
Happy birthday. Hoping you're well during all of this bullshit. I'm sure Chris was sitting next to her.
Man, don't trip. Gil has an appetite that can't be curbed. Chris may taste kinda foul, though.
Hey guys, everything all right?
Yeah, be right there.
Things have been weird out there.
Tell me about it.
I think that's all. How you managed to get all of this stuff is beyond me.
The stores were either a madhouse or empty anywhere we went.
I guess I was just lucky.
Speaking of luck,
Have you guys noticed anything weird lately?
Like how?
Dead people not being so dead.
Like zombies?
Different.
Yeah, I noticed a few of my neighbors being more weirder than usual. A guy who never really speaks to us oddly was friendly, and he wanted to come check to see how me and Roxy were doing with all of this.
Did he ask for anything in particular?
No. He looked weird, though. I can't forget his eyes. It gives me chills just thinking about it.
there's been a lot of that.
My old deceased neighbor chased me across a roof.
If you believe in folktales or anything other than what the masses tell you, it's a sign of the times. Things have been out of order for ages. A balance of power has been practically extinct. People are so into themselves, they wouldn't notice a change in someone if it happened right in front of them.
Truth. The host called it truth.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's ugly. I've even heard of someone sacrificing their own loved ones to gain.
Sacrificing how?
Giving up hiding spots, leaving people like a sitting duck to be taken just so when this all ended and they were questioned, they can just say they went to get things for their family, and by the time they came back, it was too late, whether it be for the gods or normal goods.
How'd you hear about this?
I overheard a conversation at the post office of all places. A guy was there to mail his kids resources. His son was worried that his sister and her boyfriend were trying to set him and his mom up. The dad believed that the boyfriend was a part of some group making their own rules into some dark stuff. Hasn't heard from the daughter in weeks. I couldn't imagine.
No shit.
Everyone has a price.
Is it worth it?
What would you do?
What do you mean?
I mean, what would you be willing to sacrifice? Granted, some people are just sick and they kill for the hell of it. You ever killed before, Dusty?
Jesse!
Hey, I'm just trying to get to know our guests.
Listen, you seem like a smart guy. This isn't the smartest time.
I think now would be a better time than ever. Times like these is where we can establish trust for one another.
Trust. How do any of us know for sure you can be trusted?
Hey, you're in my house. You can leave if my trust in my house isn't even in question.
Whether you're here or pretending to be elsewhere doesn't change your integrity.
Answer the question.
Jay, what happened to being calm?
Screw it. I'm not gonna play games with some killer.
What?
I think we all need to calm down.
You too. Serial killers usually work alone. And that's why I'm not understanding this.
Serial killers?
Yeah.
I have killed before, yes. Am I a killer? Not fucking close. When you're fighting to save your life and your family's, you will do whatever it takes to keep some maniac from causing any harm. Yes, there are things you do for self-preservation. Yes, there are offers you receive that may tempt you. Not everything that comes your way is worth it.
It's not worth it.
Speak up.
I heard you say it to yourself on the drive over. Were you debating if you were going to kill everyone in that car or not?
Before I stumbled upon Missy and Coy, there was a man. Nothing about him seemed right. I'm convinced I met the devil himself that day. And when he made me the offer to bring my family back, alarms went off. I'm not selling my soul for a knockoff version of my family's.
Miss Molly. Her giving her soul up, but for what?
You know, that explains a lot. Missy and I were been trying to figure out what you're about, but couldn't get a good read.
If I don't get close, there's no risk of worrying when things go south. Whatever way the cards fall.
No way to live.
It's kept me alive, so maybe it is. Moving forward, if you have a question, ask.
Don't worry. We know our way in. Looks like we made it just in time, too.
Dusty, you're leaving out some details.
If you want to help the podcast out, you can head on over to iTunes, where you could comment, subscribe, rate, and review. It goes a long way. And with all these amazing actors and amazing talent, we want to be able to support them. So if you want to head on over to Patreon, you could donate some cool perks in return for you. See you next week. Sleep tight. If you want to help the podcast out, you can head on over to iTunes, where you could comment, subscribe, rate, and review. It goes a long way. And with all these amazing actors and amazing talent, we want to be able to support them. So if you want to head on over to Patreon, you could donate some cool perks in return for you. See you next week. Sleep tight.